guess there's no time when I can't recall that picture hanging up there on the wall. Oh, a little girl walking by a snake in the grass, and the guardian angel is guiding her path. Well, I lost a big sister when that picture was new, 1956, just before I turned two. I took part of my memory, I had the stories and things, and I made her my angel. She has her own wings. I made her my angel. She has her own wings. Would have held my hand, she would have called my name. Just got to remember I miss her the same. My guardian angel, I miss her the same. I don't know much about her, there's not much to know. Just 6 years of living and she had to go. And my parents, they agreed, somehow they moved on. And I grew up knowing my sister was gone. And I found an old letter that my mom wrote that year, and each time I read it I shed a new tear. And it helps me to feel some of what my parents felt then. I think of my own kids and feel it again. I think of my own kids and I feel it again. I would have held her hand, I know I called her name. My guardian angel, I miss her the same. She would have held my hand, she would have called my name. Too young to remember her, miss her the same. My guardian angel, I miss her the same. I guess there's no time when I can't recall that picture hanging up there on the wall.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much. Tim, Jan, great to see you. Scott with Backstage View, and we're in Sellersville, Pennsylvania. I'm just catching up with you guys and see how things are going and where you're heading off to. Tim, this new album that you have coming out, when is it coming out?
A new record comes out the 31st of March.
31st of March, and it's just seems so interesting because the concept being about your grandfather coming in from way back when and visiting your hometown of West Virginia.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
us about that.
Yeah, it's the title song is "Where the River Meets the Road," and it kind of tells my great grandfather's story. He left Ireland in 1851 and went right to Wheeling via a transatlantic ship journey, and then he took the train from Baltimore to Cumberland, which at that point it went that far, and then he walked the rest of the way on what was the new National Road or Cumberland Road to Wheeling, and that's why it's called "Where the River Meets the Road." Wheeling, I guess, it was already an iron mill town, and he knew he could get work there. The railroad was about to come through. There's a lot of trade on the river, and of course the road opened up more trade. So I kind of like the idea of thinking. Well, I like imagining his life, and I haven't enough sort of tangible details from family news clippings and things about what he did and everything. But
what do you mean by news clippings?
Well, he was a guy in the community. He started. I don't know. I have his obituary in the local paper, and it's quite long. And he was kind of a leader in the Irish immigrant community there. He helped start a savings and loan for the immigrants and stuff. And he was. I don't know. He made it quite a. When I got to see where he came from in Cavan in Ireland, I realized he did pretty well for himself. His descendants went on to be, his son and his grandson were both lawyers and, kind of movers and shakers.
So, did you know this is your great grandfather?
Yeah, I never met him.
Grandfather?
I knew my grandfather a little bit.
Did he speak about it?
I don't remember him talking about him, but I think through my father, he mentioned what he knew of his grandfather.
It's a great picture on the album cover. Is that where you still? That's where you grew up?
Yeah, Wheeling is right there on the Ohio River in West Virginia, in the northern Panhandle, and that's where I grew up, and that's where my great grandfather landed in 1851. So the picture on the cover is an engraving from 1850 that shows the suspension bridge that was built in 1848, and shows the road coming into Wheeling, and which is the way he would have traveled in. So it kind of fits with the song.
Cool. And what was his life like before he came there?
I have no idea.
Well, he's pretty successful once he got there.
Well, I did all right. He got a job working as a clerk for the railroad right off the bat. He ended up working for the post office, and then he was the customs agent for the port of Wheeling, if you can imagine that. All the rest of the songs there's one other original song that we just sang called Guardian Angel. It's about my sister and growing up and missing her and knowing about her, whatever I knew about her, because she died before I was 2 years old. I sort of barely remember her. Anyway, so those two songs are originals, and the rest are covers of West Virginia artists like Doc Williams from Wheeling, and Hazel Dickens from down in the coal fields, and Bill Withers also from the coal fields, people like that. Some of the bluegrass artists like the Lilly Brothers and the Lonesome Pine Fiddlers get cuts by those guys too. So.
And you have some other special people on the album also with you.
Yeah, well, Jan Fabricius sings a bunch. My sister Molly sings, and Kathy Mattea sings. She's good too. She's from West Virginia too. And Chris Stapleton sings really notably on the opening track. Really kicks some real butt on that one. And people like Stuart Duncan and Noam Pikelny, Brian Sutton, Shad Cobb, Mike Bubb. Familiar names.
Yeah, indeed. Some great ones. So, and now your Hot Rise is getting ready to play as well. A few shows.
Yeah, we're going to play at Delfest coming up, and we're playing at Telluride. So, looking forward to that.
And on your solo, I see you're leaving the country again. Seems to be a yearly thing you do.
Yeah, we're going to Jan and I are going to the Netherlands for a week, and then we go to the UK and Ireland for 2 weeks, and well, maybe it's almost 3 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, we're gone.
So we're gone a month, and we come back in time for Delfest.
And you have shows all along the way, everywhere you go.
Yeah, we're going around. We saved some free time in Ireland. We got about 4 free days there, so that's nice.
What part of Ireland are you going to?
Well, we start in West Cork, at Baltimore, West Cork, and then we go. I'm not sure what we're doing on our days off. It's kind of open-ended. It's kind of nice.
West Cork, that's where we have a crew there. That's why I mentioned that.
Yeah, West Cork. Fiddle Fair is in Baltimore, West Cork, and this is their 20th annual or 20. I think it's the 25th annual Fiddle Fair. So we're going back for that, and then up to Sligo and Dublin for gigs. But we're just going to take some time and just kind of follow our noses around, I think.
Right. You seem to have a pretty busy schedule on your website for the summer.
Yeah, it's busy. We're keeping it going,
Well,
It's all right.
That's great. Well, I appreciate you sitting down and speaking with us.
Yeah, it's good to be with you,
And
Scott.
looking forward to the new album coming out.
Yeah.
And we'll all keep an eye and watch for where you guys are at. Are you feeling okay, Jen? You said you weren't feeling too good.
I have a bad cold.
Can't tell when
But
you're
I'm
singing,
pushing
though.
through.
She's
So
singing
far.
right through the cold. She's a real pro.
He did that a couple weeks ago. You sang right through a bad cold.
We kind of prop each other up when we're sick.
Well, you're a nurse, aren't you?
I am.
Well, that's good to have take with you, Tim, on the road.
I know. That's really
Well,
She takes my temperature while I'm driving.
wow.
He's hot.
My blood pressure.
Today, right?
My blood pressure was going up today when we were late, but it was okay.
Wow.
Yeah. We were in
No,
the
we didn't. She
traffic.
didn't have to. It was all right.
So
But we're
nice
doing good.
traffic, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we fought a lot of traffic today. You know, coming from Baltimore to here, that's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, on a Friday.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
figure, huh?
Yeah. They're all coming here, I bet.
They are, I'm sure. Well, have a great show. We're,
All right.
we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you.
And we'll be following you around, and everyone's going to check out timobrien.net to see what the latest is and when the new album comes out. And we'll all pick that up, and we look forward to seeing you on the way.
Okay, man.
All right.
Thank you.